Do you know how it feels to lose all your money? The money you've been working for all day and all night. Your only chances of survival and escaping poverty. My name is Skills the Boss. You're welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, you're highly welcome. Give this video a thumbs up and share so you can get to other people facing similar challenges that are trying to move up. Subscribe and turn on the bell icon to always get notified when I drop the next video. And to my returning subscribers, thanks for always being here. I'll be taking you on an interesting journey on how I lost all my money in a twinkle of an eye. Growing up, I've always wanted to be so rich so I can be able to buy anything I desired without looking at the price tag. And this has made me to hustle more, knowing that I owe myself and I must give to myself anything that I ever desire in life. And so I formed a great bond with money to the extent that it was the only thing that ever made me happy. I had so much chemistry with money to the extent that I was so gloomy when I don't have enough money with me. I understood the concept of money, what money can do, how it can influence people, and how you can use it to do or achieve almost anything you desire. And so I was willing to get it so big and so fast. I've always admired millionaires and billionaires that have so much money and so much time to enjoy their money and still make more money. I've always wondered, how did they do it? That's where I wanted to belong. A billionaire. I wanted to be so rich so I can buy all the things I never had, no matter what it costs, and also have so much time to enjoy myself and still be able to make more money and help people around me. But how do I achieve this? I came from a poor background. I lost my dad when I was a kid. Since then, it has only been my mom and I. She was not rich, but she made sure and never lacked all the basic things I ever needed. Growing up, I've always wanted to make her proud and put smiles on her face. And I wasn't even related to anyone that is so rich. How do I break these shackles of poverty and be at the top with no guidelines? I was trying to figure out everything by myself. After school, I hustled and saved up some money. I opened a barber shop where I make some money to take care of myself while I plan for the next big thing. After a few years, I bought another barber shop from a friend. I arranged it properly and gave it out to someone to manage it for me. But the returns he was bringing in was so small. I can't really hope on that. I started thinking about this seriously, constantly thinking about money, getting it so big and living the life of my dreams. And so I started my first journey towards that after I had saved up a huge amount of money, about 1.3 million, while living frugally and staying low-key, because I was so scared of poverty and I needed to break out. I wanted to invest in any business that can give me such privileges I ever wanted. I joined several MLM companies that promised what I was looking for, but it didn't get me what I was really looking for. Rather, it was more of a stress to me, because the system was designed to favor the people that are already at the top. And it's not easy to get there. I started thinking again, how did all these millionaires and billionaires made it at a very young age and still have enough time to have fun and enjoy life to the fullest? My work doesn't excite me anymore because it takes all my time. I'm basically living frugally, exchanging all my time for money. And yet, the money is not even enough. I always wondered, if I continue like this, when will I be able to make so much money and have enough time to enjoy my money without going broke? As time goes by every day, I was always thinking. Days go by, weeks go by, and months. And I was still thinking, how do I make this money? I read so many books like Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Cash Flow Quadrants by Robert Kiyosaki, and several other money books from different authors. I listened to several motivational talks. I attended seminars where they talked about how you are a failure if you still go to work to make money, and how you should be able to make money even while you are sleeping. Interesting. This has always been what I ever wanted. I don't fancy going to work every day, but I want to have enough money to be able to afford the kind of lifestyle that I desire. Now, going to work every day seems like a boring routine for me. I see it as a waste of time. You wake up in the morning, go to work, come back in the evening, go to sleep, you wake up the next day, and you do it again. And it seems like an endless cycle. And again, it doesn't give me the kind of life I desired, because I was still living frugally even with the amount of time I have invested working. I always wondered, was it because of the nature of my work? Maybe I would have been so rich if I was doing something else. I was just thinking. So I stayed home most of the time thinking about what to do so I can have a financial freedom. And so I thought about opening a bedding shop because it was a very good business at that time. A lot of people that I knew in it were really cashing out big time. So I started searching for locations. You know the rules with betting companies, that you can't open next to another betting shop of the same company because they want everyone in it to cash out big. And it was really frustrating. Getting a good location becomes a problem. I contacted many agents, all to no avail. Every location they showed me have a betting shop of the company I wanted to work with located next to it. It was so frustrating. And that was the only thing I thought about doing at that time, because it was so close to getting me what I wanted. I wanted to own a business that I can employ people to work for me while I do other things that pleases me with my time, instead of always working and exchanging my time for money. But it didn't work out. What's the next plan? What do I do? One afternoon around 2018, a female friend of mine came to my house and told me about a new company that she started working with. What they do, how they make money, and how they are helping a lot of people and changing lives. And I asked her what they do. She said they are into cryptocurrencies and they trade with people's money and pay them their commissions based on the amount invested. Interesting, right? At that time, I wasn't really interested in it because I already have something that I wanted to do, and that is opening a betting shop. And then she told me about people that already invested and got their first pay and how genuine they are. And again, they also promise her a mouth-watering rewards if she can get someone to invest. Wow, this seems too good to be true. I started thinking about it. And since I no longer go to work, I think this is a new way to make more money and have enough time to enjoy it. And the fact that they are the one trading and I get commissions based on how much I invested, and the fact that my friend will get a reward if I invest, makes it more encouraging for me. In that case, I can decide how much I want to make weekly without working. And that's what I ever wanted, to be financially free and happy. And then I visited the office. Everything was so real. They are registered with CAC. So I invested 50,000 naira cash that I had with me at that moment. I quickly informed my friend that I invested so she can get her reward. It was really a surprise for her because I never told her that I was going to invest. So after a week, I go back to the office. I got my first pay. It was real and I was happy. And I was like, so making money can be this easy, and I have been suffering all these years. And then the real beast in me that is pushing me to make it so big came up to have a one-on-one conversation with me. And it began. It reminded me about the 1.3 million I had in my account, and it was sitting there doing nothing. I immediately started thinking about that seriously. And I said to myself, if 50k can get me 25k after 1 week, what if I invest 1.3 million? I did the calculations and I already see myself becoming that millionaire that I ever wanted. Wow, it was such a sweet moment for me because everything was becoming a reality. The next day, I went to the bank and withdrew all my money and take it to my house. And so I was ready to invest and make more money. The next day, I went straight to the company's office to invest. but they kept delaying me. At a point, I was so angry and I wanted to leave. But I quickly remembered all that I've planned to do with the money. The good life I wanted to live. I already had a kind of choice I wanted to buy. And stepping out from there at that time with such a huge amount of money was very risky. And so I decided to wait and invest. And finally, I invested. I informed my friend that I invested 1.3 million. She was so happy, and I was also happy for her, because I know her reward is going to be so big for getting a big investor in a very short time. And I went home feeling good and expecting my huge returns. The upper week I went there, I was supposed to withdraw all my money with the interest, but I decided to roll over because I was on a target. And that was how my pains began. One day, I was in one of my barber shops when I received a call from a lady that knew I invested with that company. And I guess she also invested. And she asked me if I have been there today. And I was like, why is she asking me this? My spirit left my body immediately. And finally, she told me they are no longer there. And that was how I lost all my money in a twinkle of an eye. At that moment, everything about me changed. I become a shadow of myself. I nearly committed suicide that night, but God saved me. And that was when I understood it was all a scam from day one. I started living a carefree life, smoking all day and all night, trying to smoke the pains out, but the pains was unbearable. Until I came out of it, stopped smoking, and finally moved on. And then I realized that if any deal or offer seems too good to be true, then you have to think twice and make investigations before you put your money in it. When I lost all my money, the only thing I had left was my 2 barbershops. That was the only thing I have left. And my rent is about to expire. How do I pay my rent? It becomes a very big problem, and it made me go into deep depression that nearly made me commit suicide. The biggest mistake that I made was that I was beclouded with the huge returns and profits that I'm going to make. And thereby, I never considered the risk factors associated with it, while I trusted them and left all my money in their possession. Never underestimate your hustle, no matter how small it is. The truth is that a lot of people is going to make you hate what you do because they want you to buy into their own ideas. Don't let anybody deceive you that a 9-to-5 job is a scam. So even if you decide to try any other thing out, don't underrate what you're currently doing, because that's where you started, and that's what is taking you to any place that you're gonna be. Remember that a Rome was not built in a day. It takes constant effort, determination, and persistence to actually get the reward that you desire. Alright? There's no free money anywhere. Alright? So anybody promising you free money, look at that person very well, think twice, and understand that this is a real scam. Alright? Please and please don't fall for this kind of scams. They'll tell you that 9-to-5 kind of job is not good. They're telling you that you shouldn't work to earn, you shouldn't go to work all the time to make money. Those things are lies. If your kind of work requires that you go to work every day, please go to work and make your money. At the end of the day, it's not about what you do, it's about how well you're living. It's about how well you take care of yourself. It's about how you pay your bills. It's about how you do your own thing in your own way without asking anybody for help. Right? I want to urge all of you out there to take your hustle serious. No matter what you do, no matter how small it is, please don't neglect it. Don't think that it's too small. Don't think that it cannot get you the kind of life you desire. Life is a process. We are all passing through it. Alright? So afterwards, I was left with nothing. It was really a terrible experience. But thank God I survived it. I had to start all over again, picking from 1,000 naira up again to where I am currently right now. I sold my second barbershop. I used the money to renew the rent of my first barbershop, and I continued working. And by God's grace, I was able to come out of depression, quit smoking, and bounce back again. And to all the people facing similar challenges, I want to tell you all that that is not the end of your life. You still have a lot of things ahead of you. Have you been in this similar situation before? Tell me in the comment section. Let me know how you were able to come out of it and how you were able to move on. I was once in that situation, so I understand the pains. I know how it feels to lose all your money and you have to start all over again. It's so painful, and it's one of the hardest things that can ever happen to anybody. But I want you to know that your future is more brighter than whatever you have been through. What the future has for you is more greater than anything you've ever lost. So I want you to keep the hope alive, keep hustling, keep struggling, and definitely one day you're gonna thank yourself for not giving up. Let it serve as an encouragement to everyone that the future is more brighter, that no matter what you lost, you can always get it back in million folds if you keep grinding. Don't let your downfall define you. Stand up, grind, win again, and continue winning. Comment down below and let me know what you think about this video. And don't forget to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and share so that it gets to everyone that needs to see it. Alright guys, I love you all. See you in the next video. I salute.